Hey guys, I just saw this story. It's a month old, apparently, but I just saw it on Facebook. I saw Dave Champion. Those of you might see him on Facebook. He does videos a lot, and I think he has a podcast or something, right? But he was talking about this lady in New Jersey. Well, she's a lawyer who works for a small law firm in Delaware who was pulled over by New Jersey state troopers. Now, apparently, what happened was they walked up and asked for, pulled her over for excessive speed, and then asked her for like your driver's license, registration, all that, and asked her, "Do you know why you're pulled over?" She decided to exercise her constitutional right to remain silent. That's a constitutional right. And when she refused to answer their questions, they started asking her questions like, where are you going? Where are you coming from? And all of that. I'm wondering, I read the whole article and it doesn't really say there's any racial prejudice involved or anything, but I'm wondering her name was what? Something like Masara? I think it was Masara if I look again. I'm wondering if they were asking her all these questions because she had a Middle Eastern name, and she did have a Middle Eastern name. I think it was Masara. I put my phone down, so I don't remember. But the thing is regardless if she was Middle Eastern or German or European or Hispanic or Asian or whatever, she has, like every one of us, a constitutional right to remain silent. They got upset. Now, again, they pulled her over for excessive speed. The rule on that is you look at the driver's license, you look at the vehicle registration, you look at the insurance, proof of liability or insurance, or whatever it is. You write the citation if you're going to write a citation. You say you'll appear in court on this day, or you can pay it by mail, whatever. Have a good day. Good night. Whatever. It was at night. They don't do that. They arrest her for remaining silent by saying it's obstruction not to answer our questions. You're obstructing our investigation. There is no investigation. Just pulled over for speeding. You don't investigate that. You don't call the detectives and say, hey, homicide, robbery, we got a speeder. So apparently, and the article goes on to say that this is all alleged through the article. I wasn't there, but I'm going to tell you what I read in the article, that she was taken to the station. Some sergeant came in and she told him what happened. He goes, that's obstruction. It's obstruction to remain silent during an investigation of speeding. So I don't know, man. It irritates me to no end. And this is why. So the sergeant went and reviewed the dash cam, then comes back and allegedly tells her there's been a mistake. It's training. They're rookies. Well, then they need to be fucking fired because they're apparently not doing their job correctly. They didn't pass probation. But he said there's a mistake. It's, training. Rookies. And he offers to, because her car was impounded, he offers to give her car back free. We'll bring it to you. No charge. Okay. She was never charged with obstruction. She was never charged with anything of that nature. Never charged for remaining silent. And then released. And she's filed a lawsuit for violation of her civil rights. Good for her. Because they violated her constitutional right to remain silent, for one. For two, they had no probable cause to ask her where she's going or where she's coming from if she was pulled over for excessive speed. Now, if she was being investigated for suspicion of purchase of narcotics, or if there was a robbery in the area and she was in a red Toyota and they said a red Toyota left the bank, something like that. But just because we saw you doing 50 and a 40, that's no reason to start doing an internal investigation right then and there on the side of the road. It's really not. A lot of you might disagree, and I want to hear from you if you disagree. But I also want to hear from those that would agree that these three cops are fucking morons. And they need to be reassigned from traffic division to those little guys in the basement that do paperwork.